to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pit Bull Stadium. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Panthers offense will go on the attack first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Wilson will throw. Dances away. And some room to work. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. FIU pushing tempo.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man.
There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Owls offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick release by the QB. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Defense playing a bail technique. Under fire. They're working that left side. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Florida International offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Made a defender miss. Turns it on at midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. FIU pushing tempo.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I really like the third down plan here. How are you going to pressure the quarterback? I love the blitz. It fools the offensive line. They get to the quarterback before he has a chance to set his feet, make a nice throw, forcing the fourth down.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. With the catch, it's Smothers. Got room at the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Racing down the left side. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bringing the heat. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. FIU pushing tempo. Gives it on the option. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wilson to pass. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They
breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. FIU will line up to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything.
Gashing the D on the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smothers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Farmer. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Buys a little time with his feet. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And he makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smothers. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Got it on the outside. It's Smothers.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
He'll keep it himself. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Handoff to the fullback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Florida International, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wilson will throw. Rush is on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback got it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Panthers want to move quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. FIU will line up to punt. And the returner will be brought down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook,
he's going to throw deep right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on second down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Farmer. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield. It's Smothers. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide open downfield. All by himself down the middle. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The toss sweep to the right. Turning it on. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown Owls. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida International offense is back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. FIU will line up to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wilson to pass. Got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got him.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. FIU will line up to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The sure hands, it's Farmer. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They think there's room to run to the right here. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Mooney. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been Sneak gets it done. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Spins away from the defense. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run the counter. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll ride the hot hand. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
FIU will line up to punt. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the... There he goes! Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll move the tight end. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Inside the 25. He's up, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Under fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wideout. On the option. Slithers into space.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Caught near the sticks. It's Black. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
I think they tried to slip it to that tight end really quickly and get him the football and create some space and maybe try to make a play, but the defense said no, there is nowhere to go. Defense actually gets him for a loss.
He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Caught over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Here comes the heat. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Woods. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Got a little space. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Let's go! There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.